is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Here we go. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Clear, boys. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, my fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. One more time. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, my ring of fire.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for the love that I can't hide. For you I'd know I'd even try to turn the tide. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
train coming, it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps rolling on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in the arena just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I lay my head and cry. Rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. But I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. But those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little further down the line. Folsom Prison, that's where I wanna stay. When I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away,
Now I taught the weeping willow how to cry, and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. Then I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream, went back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Then you took me to St. Louis later on down the river. A freighter said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and then she went on down alone. Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. And take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough. Dump my blues down in the Gulf. And she loves you, big river, more than me. Now I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. and I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. Then I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for my ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, I'm sure he thought it was quite a joke. Got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red. Some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars. I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town, my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. And in an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." That's what I told him. Well, I hit him square up between the eyes and he went down, but to my surprise come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. Then I busted a chair right across his teeth and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud, the blood, and the beer. Well, I'll tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and bit like a crocodile. Well, I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss. He went for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me. You got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue. What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him my pa and he called me his son. I come away with a different point of view. I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Bill or George, any damn thing but Sue. I hate that name.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning, no way to hold my head, it didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Then I washed my face and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the day.
brain the night before with cigarettes and songs that I've been picking. But I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing out again that he was kicking. Then across the empty street, caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I'd lost somehow, somewhere along the way. On the Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. There's something in the Sunday makes a body feel alone. There ain't nothing short of dying. It's half as lonesome as the sound. The sleeping city sidewalk